Hello everyone, friends. We've already talked about the prototype, who he is and what he needs. But I noticed that many people don't realize that most things in Poppy's world were made by the prototype. So today we'll talk about how he created the Hour of Joy. But before that, friends, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, put likes, and write comments, and we will begin. The prototype, also known as Experiment 1006 or the Claw, is the overarching antagonist of Poppy Playtime. He made his debut in Chapter 1, A Tight Squeeze. He was one of the first successful experiments conducted by Playtime Co. in an attempt to create the ideal experiment for the Bigger Bodies initiative. It is said that the prototype was responsible for the Hour of Joy, a factory-wide incident which took place in Playtime, Colorado, resulting in countless deaths, and the company is subject to abandon all their works while their factory was overrun by savage toys, all of which were influenced by the prototype's high authority and unintended capabilities. Throughout each chapter, the prototype makes many appearances, primarily during the ending segments of them. In Chapter 1, it was said that the Hour of Joy must be his doing. In Chapter 2, the prototype drags Mummy Longleg's lifeless body. Finally, the prototype makes an appearance during Catnap's hallucination sequence and after the Catnap boss fight. The prototype exhibits a personality built solely upon his hatred and wishes for the downfall of Playtime Co. He is cunning, stubborn, and rarely displays sarcasm. In a conversation with Harley Sawyer during log 24459, the prototype's voice is heard for the first time, as he mockingly replays the voices of various employees like Stella Graber. He engages in a monologue about his motivations, questioning Harley Sawyer's thoughts on the effects of the Bigger Bodies initiative and the treatment of experiments. After Sawyer comments on learning something new about the prototype at each meeting, he sarcastically thanks Harley and repeats his words back at him. The prototype is manipulative, telling Theodore Gramble how to get a grab pack, despite knowing his young age and inexperience. He also seems careless, using the experiments as pawns for his reign of terror, particularly evident in the restricted tapes. These tapes depict toys being taken over by the prototype, aiming to sabotage their attempts at progress and transportation of their experiments. The most notable example is Huggy Wuggy, whom the prototype ordered to flee the Playtime Co. factory. As soon as Huggy Wuggy ran too far out, he began simply roaming the woods and only attacking employees after being aggravated. There is only one instance where he seemed to care for another. After Theodore was electrocuted, the prototype gave up its chance at freedom to save the boy, bringing him to a scientist for medical aid. This may likely be another case of manipulation, since Theodore, as Catnap, would feel indebted to the prototype and follow him around whenever he was present, despite the prototype largely ignoring him. In an unspecified time during the 1990s, the prototype was declared missing. In one VHS tape, Marcus Brickley reprimanding, it was stated that a figure with 50 feet and 1,000 legs stole a mop handle which, while it may imply that this figure was PJ Pugapilla, the motivations to steal such item is unclear, leading to the idea that it was the prototype. During this time of freedom, 1006 took over the Playtime Co. factory on August 8, 1995. This event, known as the Hour of Joy, involved a large-scale massacre and jailbreak against all humans present in the factory. While the employees were focused on transporting Kissy Missy to Playcare, the Bigger Bodies experiments began a rebellion as they mindlessly slaughtered all adults and scientists, all while under the influence of the prototype. According to Poppy, the bodies were concealed and the toys ultimately fed on them. However, as the human supply diminished, the toys started betraying one another in an effort to secure the remaining food resource. After Mummy Longlegs was killed by the grinder and her severed torso fell to the ground, the prototype's claw appeared from under the half-closed door to the left. He reached out and took Mummy's torso away, dragging it away back under the door. After this, he presumably grafts Mummy onto his body and isn't seen again for the rest of the chapter. 2 human bones can be seen tangled in the wires of the hand, showing that the prototype was once human, or that it took bones from one of the employees. They could likely have been taken from those he killed, as when Mummy Longlegs was being crushed to death in the grinder, she screamed that he'll make me part of him. This suggests that he takes parts of toys and humans and grafts them to his body. And I'll finish here, friends. Thank you for watching. This is the kind of creepy story that underlies this character. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like it, and also write what you'd like to hear next time. and I have to go. Bye, everyone.